Hi everyone, my name is Andy and welcome to All Lonely Meeples. On this channel I share solo playthroughs of various board games, including tutorials on how to play. As always, if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below. Today's video features Project L, a 1 to 4 player abstract tile placement game designed by Michel Mikes, Jan Soukal, and Adam Spanel, and published in 2020 by Boardcubator. And if you're ready, let's jump right in. To play the solo version of Project L, you'll need your white-backed puzzle cards. You'll need the black-backed puzzle cards. You'll need one player aid. And you'll need your level 1 pieces, your level 2 pieces, and then your level 3 pieces. Your level 1 pieces are your 1s and 2s. Your level 2 pieces are your straight 3s and curved 3s. And then all your level 3 pieces are 4s. To set up the solo play, we need to first take our white back tiles. We're going to give them all a good shuffle. And we're going to randomly pick 15 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. The rest of the white back tiles can go back to the box. Let's put them off to the side for now. You'll also need 10 black back tiles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The rest of the black back tiles can go to the box. We're going to give the black tiles another shuffle. They're all facing the same way. And then we're going to place the white back tiles on top of the black back tiles. Okay. And then we're going to make a 3x3 grid of the starting from the top of the stack. Kind of center that over here. And then we're going to take 4 of our single piece tiles. We're going to place 1 in the first column, 2 in the second column, and 1 in the third column. Finally, with our player aid here, we're going to start, as it says on the board, on the aid, we start with a 1 piece and a 2 piece. Okay. And then we have to decide how difficult we want to play against the artificial mastermind. That's the opponent that we're playing. And so in the rulebook, it tells us if we'd like, we can place 6 level 1 pieces for the opponent for a standard game, 3 for a challenging game, or 0 for an unbeatable game. And we're going to go with 6. Actually, I think we'll go with 3. We'll go with 3. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. And now we're set up. Let's talk about what we're doing during the game and what we do with the neutral player. In Project L, we're going to be taking a variety of actions shown here on our player aid. And these actions will be taking tiles, attempting to fill them, placing pieces on our board, collecting points, and collecting new tiles, upgrading tiles, making it easier for us to complete more boards and get more points. So let's go over what the actions are that we can take on our turn. On our turn, we can pick up or perform an action up to 3 times. We can take a puzzle piece from one of the rows and place it in front of us. So if I wanted to take this puzzle piece, actually we'll take this one. This puzzle piece here is worth 1 point, and when I complete it, I will receive another 2-segment puzzle piece. When you take a puzzle piece, On your board, you can have no more than 4 of them. Here's puzzle 1, 2, 3, and 4. So by placing it just right here, I now have 1 puzzle piece, and that's one of my actions. Another action I can do, I can take a level 1 piece from the reserve and place it in our supply. So if I wanted to, I could just take an extra level 1 piece, and that's one of my actions. Another thing I can do is I can upgrade a piece. I can downgrade it or change its shape. So if I wanted to, I could upgrade this level 1 piece to a level 2. Or I could upgrade this level 2 to one of the level 3s, and so on and so forth. If I wanted to downgrade, I could do that. I can also exchange. So if I don't want to use, if I have a level 3 piece and I don't want to use the straight level 3, maybe I want the curved instead, and that's one action. The main thing that we'll be doing in this game, other than taking puzzle pieces or puzzle tiles, is placing a piece. And so every piece that I place, there are recessed portions on the board. The pattern itself is recessed so that I can place tiles in there. So if I were to take this tile for one action, placing my 2 for a second one, and my 3 for my third, I've now completed this tile. What I would do is I would take these pieces off, and I get to keep them. I would gain the bonus, the benefit here. So now I have 3 pieces, and I can just turn this upside down as my victory point pile. The final action that you can do, which you can only do once every turn, is the master action. So the master action is where I can place up to 1 piece on all of the puzzles in front of me. So if I have these 3 puzzles in front of me, and I had enough pieces, I could maybe place 1 here, 1 here, and 1 there. And that's for 1 action. And of course I can do that 1 time every turn. And if I completed anything like this one, it gives me no points, but I would receive another red. Okay. And now we're going to talk about what we're doing with the neutral player. Now in the solo game, each of our columns has a number of single pieces above them. These are called locks. So while there is at least 1 piece in the column, the neutral player is not allowed to take from that column because it's currently locked. Every time I take a piece from a column, so let's say I took this piece like I did in the example earlier, I would remove this lock back into the general supply. And by doing that, now the neutral player, when they take their turn, they will take the highest value card, puzzle card, for themselves. Okay, so if I replace with the next one, there's an order that they'll do this. So they'll look, and if there are multiple ones with in a column that has no lock on them, they'll look. So these are matching. They'll take in order of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they would take this tile. They'd never receive the bonus, but they would flip it over, and that's theirs for victory points. Okay. When we do that, we're going to take all of their pieces that we gave them at the beginning of the game, and we're actually going to play with 5. So in the easy version is 6, and the challenging version is 3. We're going to go with 5. Okay, with them. We're going to place all of them in the column as locks where the neutral player took from. Additionally, we're going to take 1 lock from every other column and move them over. So now I've opened this column for the neutral player. If ever, let me reset here. Let's say I take from this first column, I take one of these 2s, and I'll turn this back into the general supply. Now they're all locked for my neutral player. If ever the neutral player cannot play because I still have all of them locked, the neutral player will automatically remove 1 from each column, And now they're all unlocked again for him. So I have to be really careful that I have enough locks on there so that if they take one of each, I don't open everything up for the neutral player. I wanted to clarify, when I do take from a column, this lock actually goes to my opponent, not in the general supply. So that's how we're going to continually give our opponent, the artificial mastermind, continue to give them pieces to filter back up to the top. The end of the game is triggered when this stack of tiles runs out. We're going to continue playing one more complete turn, so I will continue to get 3 actions, followed by the artificial mastermind, and then we can do finishing touches. So at the very end of the game, before we score, if I have any unused tiles up here, I can place as many of my extra pieces as I want, but for each one, I get -1 point. Now maybe that's important, maybe that's good if I have like a 5-point tile here that has maybe 2 more pieces to use. I'll take -2 points, receive 5 points, and that's a 3-point bonus overall. Okay? And when that's done, we're going to score. I win if I have more points than the artificial mastermind. They're going to win if they have more points or if we tie. And that is Project L. Let me reset and we'll get ready for the playthrough. And now let's play Project L, the solo version. So I will go first, and I have my single and my double, and I have these singles over here. This is my neutral player. So the neutral player is going to start with 5. Again, in the rule books, it says place 6, 3, or 0 level 1 pieces. And with the setup, there's only 5 left, so we'll go ahead and play. I wonder if that's a misprint in the booklet, as I do not have any other level 1 pieces. So we're going to let the neutral player have 5 to start. Okay. And so my first action, I'm going to take this puzzle piece. I'll go ahead and put it right here. When I do that, this piece is going to go to my opponent. My next 2 actions, I'm going to take my level 1 piece. I'm going to take, that's the place a piece. I'm going to place my third or my second piece for my third action, completing this tile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all those out, put those on my board, and I'm going to receive, in addition to having 1 point, I'm going to receive another green tile. Okay. And that's my turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to refresh this. It's right here. And now this column is open for the neutral player. So what they're going to do is they're going to automatically, they're looking for any columns without locks. They're going to take the highest point card, puzzle card, so they have 1 point here. And we'll flip that face down. And then we're going to move all pieces in the opponent's supply to right here. And then we're going to move 1 piece from above the other columns into here. And then we will refresh. Okay. And that is the neutral player's turn. So now, as you can see, I have, let me move this. Okay. Now I have a bunch of locks on this third column. I have 1 lock here for the 2 pointers, and then I have no lock on these 1 point cards. So now I have to decide, what am I going to do? I might take this turn to, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take this blue piece for my first action, and I'm going to upgrade it to a 3 bend. Okay, that's my first action. For my second action, I'm going to take this tile right here. And for my third action, I'm going to place the bend right there. Okay, so I'm not done with it yet. I only have 3 actions, and now it's the neutral player's turn. And I took from here, but there were no locks, so I don't give any locks to the opponent. Okay. So then a neutral player's turn is they're going to take from this column, because there's no lock, and these 2 are tied. but the order is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they're going to take this tile and they're going to flip it up. And we are going to move this over. So we have no locks to give for the opponent because he has no locks left, but we are still going to move one from each of the other columns over. And then we replace. I should have mentioned that these white backed tile cards are the lower points. I believe they're zeros, ones, and twos. The black backed tiles are the more lucrative points. I believe they're 3 to 5. And now it's my turn, and I want to find a way to complete multiple things. And here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm going to I really would like some points, but if I take this for 1, take this for 1, I could do the master action and then another. I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this card for 1. I'm going to take one of these locks and give them to the neutral player. I'm going to choose my master action. I think that's what I want to do. Oof. Well, maybe. Actually, I don't think I'm going to do the master action because I don't really want to place this just yet. I'm going to go and do 2, and that completes this card. So I'll get 1 point, but more importantly, I get a long blue piece. Okay, that was 2. And then for my third action, I might take another tile so I can start building up more points. So they're going to be taking from this right here. So I think I'm going to take this tile as my third action. Yes, I think that's it. And I have no locks to give the neutral player. So we're going to refresh. Okay, and this is the last white back tile. This game moves very, very quickly. That's one thing I like about solo play games. A big bonus is if it moves quickly. So they're going to take from this column, and they're going to take this one and receive 2 points. We're going to give this neutral or this lock back there, and we're going to move 1 from each. Now, all of these are locked. So if I take from these 2 columns, the neutral player is going to wipe one of the locks from each. And I think that's okay for now. Oh, hello. So I might want to steer clear of this column here, which means I'll get another free turn where they're not doing anything. I kind of want to do that. So let's see what I can do here. Sometimes I like to place this out. I needed that and that and that. So I might do a master action to do both of those. I'm just sorry, I apologize. I'm just marking it out here. A second action to complete, and I could complete this one right away. That would be my 3. I'm really not using this 1 right now, so I might want to consider getting rid of it. But taking this, okay, so I have another turn I think that I'm going to be able to use. So what I'm going to do is, I don't think I'm going to take a tile this time. I'm going to go a master action for 1, placing 1 piece on each of my tiles that I have. My second action will be 2, completing this tile, and I'll receive another green. And then my final action could be to take a tile. What would I want to use? That would take 3. I do need to start thinking about how to get these level 4 tiles here. And I should mention, if I leave all of these locked, the neutral player takes 1 from each but puts them in the general supply, doesn't take them into their own. I'll double check that before I do it. But oh man, what do I want to do? I think what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and complete. Nope, I'm going to wait to complete that because I want to complete more than one. So let's go ahead and complete. I'll do this one. I like the purple. It's a long purple that I could use for other things. So that's my third action. I'm going to give 1 to the neutral player. And then we reset. Ooh, there's a 4.1 right there. And just to double check, if the opponent, so on in the solo variant, I'm using the English rules. If the opponent can't take a puzzle because all 3 columns are locked, remove 1 piece from above each of the 3 columns and return them to the reserve, not the opponent's supply. Okay. And I should have mentioned the single pieces, the yellow pieces are level 1s, 2s are level 2s, these are level 3s, and then 4s, and they match how many segments are on there. So the neutral player cannot go, so 1 of each of these is going to go away into the neutral supply, and now it's my turn. So I could take a tile and do a master action. I kind of like that idea. I like that idea a lot. I don't really want them ever taking this 4-pointer. But I don't have to worry about that one right now. I think this one will do really well. So my first action, let me go ahead and move these out. My first action is going to be to take this tile. That's 1. I'm going to do a master action for 1, 1, and 1. Okay, so that's my second action. Both of these, this one's done, so I'm going to take this off and grab another bend, a bendy 3. I call it a bendy 3. And I have one more action. I'm going to go ahead and finish this one so that I can get these pieces back, and I will receive my purple one. Okay, and I did take from this column, so this needs to go over there for them. Okay, and we will reset. And now what I've done is I've left them with this column, and so they're going to take the most expensive tile for victory points. None of those two, is this one right here. So they're going to place both of theirs over here, and we're going to move 1 from each of the other columns over. So now I've got to be really careful because there's a 4-pointer, there's a 4, 3, and a 2-pointer over here. And we will reset. All right, so I can go 1, I can use these 3 and get this tile done, but I think I want to grab more tiles. I think I want to do that. I really don't want to give them this 4-pointer. I don't really want to work on that myself, but I do have this long piece that could be useful. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. The worst thing that could happen is that a 5-point tile flips over. Although this would be nice to have. Let's go ahead and see what happens. I'm going to take this. That's for 1. I'm going to use the master action. I won't be able to complete any of the tiles yet. For 2. And then I don't give the neutral player any pieces. Do I take another piece? I kind of want to get something fast. This would get me another, that would get me another blue. Very simple, there's no points. I gotta be careful. You know what, I am gonna take this piece. Oof. If I take this piece, they're gonna take from this column next time, and then this last piece would go over, opening up another 4-pointer. But that's okay. I think I think I want a square, so I'm going to take this as my third action. It didn't seem like I did very much that turn. I'll put that for him, but we'll see what happens. So I think I'm gonna refill in the order that I took them. So here's, okay, there's a 3-pointer and a 3-pointer. Okay, that's not bad. I don't remember how many of these I have in here that are actually points. So with that, the neutral player is going to take, I only have one column open, and this is the first one, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're taking 3 points. All right, I'm gonna put that over there. This goes over, and this goes over. And then this refills. Okay, so this is a 5-point tile, and you get a single piece, but I really don't want that to go to my opponent. I do have one more space for a puzzle piece, and I kind of want to take that from them, but I've got to be able to do stuff on my turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a master action first. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Looks like it only left me with this. It did, but this is complete for 2 points, and I get a pink right there. Turn that over. Okay. That was the second. That was the first action. Wait. Okay, so that was the first action. My second action, I'm going to go here for 2, finishing this one, and I get a red. And honestly, I think my third action is to take this 4. I'm going to do that, and I'll take this 4. Okay, so this will reset, and it's another 4, so I can't stop them from doing that. All right, so they're going to take this 4 right here. Nothing gets placed there, but 2 of these go over. So I'm in that same spot where if I don't take any tiles, let me go ahead and refill. If I don't take any tiles, I can get 2 extra turns, which may not be a bad idea. So if I'm looking here, I can get this 4 done. Let me go ahead and do a master action first. So I'll do 1, and 2, or 1, that's 1 action. We'll go ahead and do 2 for this one, and that's going to give us a green. And 4 points, that's more important. And then maybe I just take that, I don't think I'm going to take or I can take a tile and start working on it because I can take some negative points for bigger points, if that makes sense. I don't know if I can finish that 5-point tile, so I'm kind of looking to see what I could effectively finish. That would take actually 3 tiles from me. I could do that one. You know what, let's go for it. I'm going to take this one over to here. Okay, and I'm going to give them that. So this is the last turn. So they're going to take one. This is their turn. And then we're each going to take one. Okay, so he cannot take anything, so he's going to take 1, 1, and 1. And now it's my turn. Okay, let me just double check here. In-game triggers, once the puzzle's deck run out, the game continues until you play one more complete 3-action turn, followed by the opponent's turn. Okay, so this is my last turn, and the opponent's going to take one. And I really don't want them to have that 5. So so one of my actions is going to have to be to take that. So I'm going to do I'm going to go ahead and take this one for 1. And I'm going to do, let's do 2 is going to be my master action. So I'm going to place on that one. I'm going to place on this one. And I do have enough to complete that one, but next turn, in a finishing touch I can do. And I'll play, I don't even know if I'm not going to place on the 5. I don't think I can finish it. And then for my last turn, I will do that. So I have, so what I'm going to do is I'll explain in a second, but I'm going to lose 4 points to gain 7. So an extra 3 points there. Okay, I can't flip anything, but the neutral player is going to go. They're going to have to take from this row, which I'm totally fine with. And they put all 4 of theirs over here, and then 1 and 1. So all of those 6 pieces have ended up on that side. And now, before the game ends, I'm going to go ahead and do finishing touches. So I am allowed to put as many pieces on the board as I want, but they're -1 point per each. So I'm going to go, so we'll have to remember this, -1, -2. I'll take one of these. -3, and I miscounted that. -3. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be worth it unless I can get this done in 4 moves. And I don't think I can. Let me just see. I'm at -3 right now. 1, 2. No, I really don't think I can. No, I cannot. So I'm going to leave that there. So my score is going to be -3 off of whatever it is. So that is the end of Project L, the solo version. Let me refresh and we'll do scoring. All right, now it's time to score. I will say in the multiplayer game, I believe one of the tiebreakers is whoever won with the least amount of pieces. And so just to give you an idea of how many pieces I went through, I had 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 pieces. But we don't need those anymore because if we tie, the neutral player wins. So let's put all these back. Let's go ahead and do the neutral players first. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. And this was on the easy mode. So they have 12 points. And I do like that my stack is a little bigger, but I do have some blanks in there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, -3 is 15. So I don't know why I have my calculator. It's not that hard of math. So 18 minus 3 from my finishing touches is 15 to 12. So I beat the artificial mastermind by 3 points this time. I'd be interested to see if I did started with them with 3 instead of 5. They're basically contributing less locks to the board. And then if I started with no locks or no single pieces for the opponent, they wouldn't be contributing that first round, making it much more difficult to lock the rows from the neutral player. And that is Project L. Thank you for joining me at the table for a solo playthrough of Project L. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and hitting that subscribe button. And feel free to shoot me a comment down below. Thank you again, and I hope you'll join me for my next video.